Yeah.
Okay.
We're recording. Hi. Okay, Kristin. You can't watch that in here.
So I really wanted to get everybody together because I want to teach you guys what Skylar, Melissa, and I are doing every single week to be able to gather as many personal enrollee or pre-enrollees as possible, and how to seal the deal and getting them to either join the business or purchase product from us. So this is going to be a two-part series. The first part, we want to help you get in a groove. When you say that, Skylar, like, we're in a groove. And we do the same exact things every single day. And then we do weekly things. So we want to teach you that first, what we're doing. And then on Thursday, or actually we're going to do it Wednesday evening. On Wednesday evening, we're going to actually do a working follow-up session. So we're going to be all gathering at this Zoom. At what time are we doing it? 9?
I think so, yeah.
9 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to gather on here, and we're all going to bring some follow-ups with us, bring some pre-enrollees, and we'll go over that in a few minutes. And we're going to work on those together so that we can be here to help you. I know some of you may be a little nervous about following up, and you're not quite sure what to say, how to answer questions, and that kind of thing. So that's what Thursday or Wednesday evening, 9 o'clock Eastern, is going to be. We're going to be sitting down and just doing a working session together, following up with people, and we'll be here to help you feel more confident. So just to get started, so today we're basically just going to go through and share. The three of us are going to share kind of what we do throughout the week to get people interested in the business. And I think there's really some foundational things that you have to be doing in order to get into that groove. And really, it's about building influence. And for the last 6 years, and I can't remember, has it been 5 years for you, Melissa, that you've been doing networking? 4. Okay, so Melissa's been networking with us 4 years. Skylar and I have been doing it 6 years. And that's what we've been doing for the last 6 years, 4 years, have been building influence. And you're seeing us just take off because we've already kind of laid that groundwork. The great thing is we all came in and laid that groundwork and grew as we were laying the groundwork. So as we were building influence, our checks were growing in the last business we did. The wonderful thing about HempWorks is their compensation is so much better than what we were doing before. Their product is more viral. It's helping everyone. I mean, it's something that everyone on the planet needs. And it's just really getting started and hasn't really even exploded yet. So you're in the perfect place to be growing your influence and growing your business at the same time. And there is no reason why you cannot do that and be very successful at it. But it takes consistency, doing it every single day. And it also takes passion. So it's that excitement, that passion, and that belief in what you've got going. So we have had people even say to us, like, we're not doing that yet. We're not, how do we get to where you're at? And all I can say is you just got to keep doing it. You just got to be consistent every day. Because if you come in here and you work one day and you don't work for 4 or 5 days and then you work another day, people are watching you and they're not going to take you serious. They're not going to want to come in and partner with you if you're just on again, off again. And really, I'm telling you, we have no special sauce. We are no special people. We have no special skills. This was our first rodeo the last time, and we were able the only thing that we did was we got in here and we worked every day, and we didn't give up, and we just kept going. And so you guys all have that same potential. You guys can be making really great money too. Does somebody want to say something? Anybody want to add anything?
Sorry, I was trying to help someone get on. Yeah, I think that Mom just kind of hit the nail on the head when she said, you know, you can build your influence while making great money. And, you know, in the situation we were in before, great money was like $100 a week, $100 every other week. And I've got girls that are coming into this and are making $400 a week, $500 a week starting out. And I can't imagine how much better off I would have been and how much more motivated I would have been and my team would have been if we were being compensated in that way before. And I think that's kind of why people fell off so often, was because they were spending more than they were making. But with this, it's very easy to make more than you will ever have to spend. And to just kind of know that you're getting these amazing bonuses. And as long as you keep up at that same pace, you're going to continue to get these bonuses. But in the background of that, you've got your binary building, and that's going to be your main paycheck later on in the business. You're getting rewarded in so many different ways. And like she said, just sticking it out and being consistent, you're going to see that return. And if you don't know what to do, if you're like, well, I don't know how to work this business, then we're going to tell you exactly what to do. And you have to apply it. And it's not hard because you're doing the exact same thing over and over. So.
Melissa, you have anything to add?
I just double stress that consistency is key. I've had so many of my team come to me and, you know, they're like, I'm not getting any bites. I can't get any customers. What's going on? And then I go and I look at their pages and maybe they haven't even posted anything for a couple weeks. And so I like to tell people, which I know we're going to go over more of this, but if you had a brick and mortar business and had your close sign on all the time, nobody would be coming to you. So you're running an online business. You have to be posting. You have to be talking about what it is the product's doing for you, what it's doing for your family, what the business is doing every single day. And that's what's going to, you know, get people to trust you that you're in this, you believe in this, and it's going to keep going. So that's the consistency we're talking about. So.
Okay. One of the first things that I ask people too, which I think this is foundational, is how many friends do you have on Facebook? If you're running your business from Facebook, or if you're using Instagram, how many followers do you have? Because that's really, really important. If you're talking to 100 people, you're really not even talking to 100 people, because, I mean, if you have only 100 or 200 friends, you're probably only, maybe 10 of them are even getting your posts in their newsfeed. So you've got to up your numbers. And seriously, I have over 4,500 friends. I try to keep it around 4,500 so that I have room to grow, because I'm adding friends every single day too. And there is a maximum of 5,000 in Facebook. So just in case you didn't know that. Because I don't want to just talk to the same people all the time. I want to get in front of new people. And there is no better way to do that than with social media. So, and honestly, almost my entire team, and almost not my entire team, but almost everybody that I've personally enrolled, either as a customer or an affiliate, are all new people to me. I didn't bring most of them over from my old business, just very few. Very few of them were customers from my old business. This is all new people. And it's all, I would say, in the last 2 months, almost everybody that's come in has been people that I have just added in the last couple months. So remember, you're keeping that those posts consistent. You're not being spammy. You're not being like an ad, because nobody wants to read an ad on Facebook. But you're just being real and just sharing from your heart, sharing what this is doing for people, sharing what the opportunity is doing for you. If you haven't enrolled anyone yet and you haven't had that experience of even making any money yet, you just need to tell our story, because that's what we did when we got started. We didn't have a story, so we told someone else's, because we believed that we were going to be sitting in their shoes someday. That's what the story that we told. And everybody was believing it. They started joining us because they knew that we were serious about where we wanted to go with this. And so that's all you have to do too. So make sure that you're definitely getting your friends, adding to your friends list daily. You guys have anything to add to that or anything else?
I actually just did a live video. There's 2 live videos on the team page about growing your friends list, and Amanda and Brooklyn, I interviewed them on there. If you want to know more about growing your friends list and how it can help you grow your business, watch those. They're really good.
Awesome. Okay, so that's kind of the foundational stuff. Do you guys have any more foundational stuff before we go into what we actually do every single day? Melissa?
Is your video, Skylar, strictly on growing? Does it talk about interacting and building those relationships at all? Because I know that's really, really important. I haven't had a chance to check out your videos yet.
No, it's just about how if you have only like 700 Facebook friends and you think people aren't listening to it, it's because they're not seeing your content.
Okay. So I would add that, yes, you're going to want to add people every single day, but one way to get people to trust you and to come to you is you're going to have to build that relationship and interact with people. There's different ways to do that. Liking, commenting on posts is really big. And you just want to spend 10, 15 minutes a day and just interact with people. And that's going to definitely get them to come to you and trust you more. Sending like happy birthdays through Messenger is something different, because when you just comment on their newsfeed, everybody does that. That sets you apart, and they're going to be like, who's this person? I don't even know them, and they're sending me a happy birthday. They're going to go check out your profile, and they're going to see, oh my gosh, she's doing this awesome CBD oil business. I want more information. So just stuff like that. You don't, like I said, don't spend hours a day doing it. It just takes a little bit, and it's going to grow and grow and grow. The more you interact with people, the more they're going to start seeing your stuff as well. And don't go by how many likes and comments you get on some, like say you do a post about the CBD oil and you don't get hardly any likes or comments. Don't say, oh my gosh, nobody wants this. This isn't working for me. It's because literally, I think what it is, 16 to 20% of your friends are seeing one post. And that's why the consistency is so important, because the more you're posting, the more people are going to see it. And people are watching you. They are not going to like and comment until it's time. And it may take a couple of years for somebody to finally take that leap and join you or try the product, but they're seeing you and they are going to eventually do it. They may never like and comment. I get people doing that to me all the time, and I'm like, they'll see me out in public and they'll say something about a post I made, and I'm like, oh, you never liked anything of mine, but hey, you're seeing my stuff. So be consistent, be real, be genuine.
Okay, so now let's just talk about what we're doing every single day. Well, that is basically what we're doing every single day is posting, commenting, interacting with people. When you say, is there anything else that you guys are doing every single day besides those things? And talking to people when you're out and about, just letting people know about CBD and what it's doing for you. I can't say enough about, I got a hat, and I've been wearing that hat or I've worn a t-shirt several times too, and I'm getting tons of people asking me questions about CBD oil. So make sure that you get something with CBD oil on it so that you're wearing it. And
one thing I know, because I have a team of people that do a lot of face-to-face interaction. One thing I would recommend if you're doing that, make sure you get their contact and add them on your Facebook. Just say, hey, I do giveaways occasionally. Can I add you? And that way you have a better way to stay in contact with people while you're out and about doing that. So I would recommend that.
That's a good one. Okay. So what are the weekly tasks that you guys are doing? What's your weekly schedule look like? Like
So
the things you do doing.
I try to get most of my pre-enrollees in from Friday to Wednesday night. So that's my main focus, is what can I do to get the most influence the most, because there's a lot of people out there that want to try the business, but they don't understand how it works. And if you are just putting out there, do you want to try out my business? Message me. Like, they're understanding that it's free, that they get to check out the office, that it allows us to build a team under you. So those are the kinds of posts that I have been posting. Is it's geared towards allowing them to understand what it's like. Not just big and saying, try out my business, take a tour of my business. I want them to know that they're getting a team built under them, for one, and for two, that, you know, it's allowing them to see the back office. So I make a lot of posts geared towards that. And if you want to look at those posts, you can type in my name to Facebook and keywords like free trial, free tour. It'll bring up all the posts that I've ever made. And I suggest that you change some of the words. Don't just copy and paste, because Facebook will not show anyone your post if you're just copying and pasting. You want to make sure you're changing it up a little bit, but just kind of like to get an idea of what I'm posting. And then I've also been doing like a giveaway. So whoever takes a free tour of the business, I'm doing a giveaway. You can do a giveaway for anything. You can give away a $10 Starbucks card. You don't even have to say what the giveaway is until the very last second. And with that giveaway, I'm having people send me their email addresses, and I'm getting them in the system. So I've been doing that every other week. So that's been really helpful. So from Friday to Wednesday, like I said, I'm just repeating. I'm putting in pre-enrollees all week. I try to get 30 a week. And then on Thursday morning, I wake up knowing that at some point in that day, usually in the afternoon, I need to get on and do my screenshots. And what that means is you log into a pre-enrollees account as if you were them. You take their email address. You can find it on Contact Manager. And you log in as them, and you take a picture of their genealogy report, which shows them you have 5 paid affiliates and 20 pre-affiliates on your team. And it's still growing. So I take a picture of that, and I get all my pictures done first. I get all the screenshots taken in my phone, and then I go back through and I message each person on my contact list, and I say, hey girl, oh my gosh, did you see how many people are under you? So exciting. Tonight is cutoff at midnight. Do you have any questions, or are you ready to get started? And I message that to all those people, and then I wait for them to reply. And then usually probably 5 or 6 of them sign up. And then another thing that I did last week was I went back to the very beginning, because normally I only do the pre-affiliates from that week. But I went back to the beginning to my old pre-affiliates and messaged all of them and said, hey, girl, are you still interested in HempWorks? And I kept it really basic. And some people said no. Some people were like, not at this time. I'm sorry, life's really busy. I'll get a hold of you if I change my mind. But the majority of them they were saying yes, that they were still interested, that, you know, they just got busy. So that's another good thing that I try to do every once in a while. I don't do it every week because I don't want to blow everyone's phones up, but I try to do at least once a month.
What about you, Melissa?
So yeah, I definitely work on getting pre-enrollees. I do a giveaway, like she said, occasionally. I've done basically once a month since I've been in, I think. Another good I know, like Skylar said, just go back and check her post because she's really good at getting pre-enrollees. But you can just post about people taking the free tour, and you can even post your link. I don't do that very often, but I have gotten people, they'll message me and they're like, do I just enter my info here? And I'm like, yep, that'll get you in for the free tour. When I get the pre-enrollee email address, I always follow up. I never let them wait for an email. So I always immediately message them and say, okay, I've got you signed up. Here's how you get in and all of that, and tell them I'm going to start building a team for you, like Skylar said. And then it just comes to follow-up day on Thursday. So the biggest thing, like she said, is getting those pre-enrollees. And then in the meantime, you're going to get people who are interested in the product as well, because I do make product posts in with the business ones too. So during the week, I'm also talking to those and I'm following up with those. I try to follow up with my product people like Tuesday, because the event Tuesday night where Travis and Kristin are going to be, talking a lot about the product. So I try to get all of them on the event on Tuesday. And then that way I can focus more on the people who are interested in the business on Wednesday and Thursday.
Awesome. Well, I do something a little bit different. I add every one of my pre-enrollees to Kristin and Travis's event every week, because I have noticed that people keep seeing that come up and they get curious and they'll hop on. I've had a lot of people do that. I haven't had anybody complain about it yet being added in there. And I know a lot of people don't even see events always, and don't even know they're in it. But I had a friend of mine that was actually being put in the event every week before we even joined. And she talked to me about that. She goes, they just keep putting me in this event every week. And I'm like, well, it definitely got her talking about it. I mean, she was thinking about it and she was talking about it. So I definitely do that every week. I put every single pre-enrollee in there. Sometimes I add my customers in there too. I usually just go through my contact list, because a lot of customers are out there talking about this product to people and they're in love with it. And it's doing such amazing things for them that they're sharing it with other people. And if they get on there and they see how excited Kristin and Travis are on that Tuesday night event, they may decide to join. I've had several of them come to me and say, okay, I think I want to do this now. And they've upgraded to affiliate. So when that happens, that's great, because that just means your tree just expanded. So, that just means more income coming in, because now they're spreading the word too. So don't ever forget about your customers, because they're the best resource really to pull from to find affiliates. So
another thing that I forgot to mention, after I get them in as a pre-affiliate, I send them the message I just put in the chat. I also put them in a Facebook list. If you guys don't know what that is, go YouTube it, figure out how to make a Facebook list. I heard that Facebook lists are going away, but it's okay to utilize it while it's still here. And it's called Potential Affiliates, so that every single week I can go to Kristin and Travis's event and add them all at once without having to click on every single name. You can literally just go in there and go to your Facebook list, pick the list that you want, and it adds all your pre-affiliates for you. So I send them the message, and I also let them know that I added them to the free trial group. If you're not in that, you need to let one of us know so we can add you. I add every single potential to that group. So once they're in as a pre-affiliate, I change their name from friends to potential affiliate in my list, and then I put them in the group. It's like clockwork. Every single time I do the exact same thing. I sign them up, change their list, and put them in the group. And once you start doing it over and over, it's like second nature to you, and you won't forget to do it for anyone else. So just make sure that every single time you're putting them in there, and that's going to give them all the information that they need. And then you can follow up with them on Thursday and say, hey, did you get to check that out? Half the time they don't, but you can still like point things out, like go watch this video about the comp plan or whatever. So it's really simple when you just know exactly what you have to do every single week like that.
I want to add too, because I had to
And
ask about, oh, sorry. I was just going to add that when
no, go ahead.
When you add like a whole friends list, because I had to ask Skylar, I was like, I can't do this. And she goes, you have to do it from your laptop. So you can't do the adding all at once from your phone. So if you only use your phone, you won't be able to do your whole friends list to the event. You have to do it individually. But if you have a laptop, it's literally 2 clicks. It's amazing.
Okay. What was I going to say? Oh, the Tuesday night event actually stays up longer than just Tuesday. So you can go back and watch it or send people to it. And I mean, it's powerful, you guys. If you're not utilizing that, you're really doing yourself and your business a disservice, because that, I mean, Kristin and Travis have been doing this for 9 months. Look, they're the number 2 people in the company. They know what they're doing. And it's crazy if you're not utilizing them. That's what they're there for. They're there to help us be more successful, and we need to be utilizing everything that we can in our arsenal. And that is one of the number 1 tools, is the Tuesday night live video. It really does help seal the deal.
Can I say something about that real quick? Not only is it important for you to get your potentials and customers and all those people added, but you really need to be on there and commenting and showing that you're involved. That's going to say something really big to your customers and stuff. So don't just add them and never get on the events yourself, because when you follow up with them, they may have a specific question that was talked about during that event. And if you're like, well, I don't know, then it's, you want to be credible to them. So get on there, comment, show that you're involved, and that's gonna say a lot.
So I sit on there every week and I write down all of my people that hop on there, because you can see them. If you're watching live, you can see them when they pop on. And I make a list of all the people that are on the live, and then I follow up with them after the live is over, or early the next day, because I want to get with them while everything's fresh in their mind, because they'll either have questions or they'll be so excited they're ready to do it right then. So you don't want a lot of time to pass between that event and really actually trying to get them to sign, because somebody might try to talk them out of it, or who knows what, but they're super excited after that, and that's a great time to follow up with them. So, what else was I going to say? Oh, so back to the pre-enrollees. I've had a lot of people that I see that are still allowing people just to sign up themselves as a pre-enrollee and just sending them a link. Never do that. Never, 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 never do that, because people are procrastinators by nature. And that's going to be one of the last things on their list. They don't realize yet how important this is going to be to them, and how big and how much this can change their life. So if you take the initiative to just say, give me your email. I don't even ask, guys. I have not yet had one person say, I am not giving you my email. How dare you ask me that? Or how dare you tell me to give me your email? I just say, give me your email. I'm putting you in for a free tour. And then, like Melissa said, I send them a script. I think Skylar and I use the same one, that just says, here's the link, tells them exactly how to click on that link, because it's a little tricky for some people to figure out. And then have them log in. And then it also talks about, hey, make sure you're checking your genealogy report, because you want them to see those people going in. When Skylar and I got put in as pre-enrollees, we were so freaking excited watching all those people go in under us, because in our last business, we didn't have anybody given to us. We worked for everything ourselves. And so we were like, holy cow, do you see what's happening underneath us? This thing is growing like crazy. And it makes you realize that this really is a viral company, and you really are on the ground floor of something amazing. So other people will figure that out too, and want to waste another day and they'll want to lock that in. So make sure that you're putting in those people yourselves. So basically, I think that's about it, don't you guys? I mean, it's just really finding a rhythm and just being consistent. So, you know, Mike knows, my husband knows, every Thursday I'm going to be focused on follow-ups, and we don't plan anything major around Thursdays because that's when, you know, that's my biggest day. I'm sitting down cramming in those few hours, really trying to get people signed up. And, you know, Mondays and Tuesdays, I'm adding people to the event, and I'm, you know, just gathering mainly from, like Skylar said, from Friday to Wednesday, just gathering interest and trying to get as many pre-enrollees in as I can. Because you guys, the systems that we have in this company do so much stuff for us. I mean, they're getting emails from the company, you know, saying, hey, did you know that there are this many people underneath you already? And just sprinkling on them. The Facebook group, the free trial, is sprinkling on them every single day. And so we have so many things in place for us so that we don't have to put as much time into those kind of activities that can be duplicated easily by someone else, but we can spend our time just personally interacting with people and networking. That's what networking is all about. It's really just building those relationships and allowing people to see the real you and see that you are very interested in helping them, and then they trust you and want to do this with you. So you guys have anything else?
One of the other things I thought, because Skylar has such a huge network, and one of the ways I know she built it is through her lives, because you probably see her going live all the time. I can't stress, I'm really bad about going live consistently, and I can tell when I go live more, my business does flourish a lot more. And it's because people are seeing you, and like I said, you need to be personable, you need to be genuine, and when you are on Facebook Live, they see the real you. It's not just a picture of you, and then, you know, that's not how you really are. They're really getting the true you, and I think that that's just such a great way for people to really bond with you a lot quicker. So I definitely recommend lives.
I have another video on live videos and how to do them on our Facebook group as well. If anybody wants to watch that.
Doing the IGTV yet? What? Have you started doing IGTV? Instagram TV?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay. It's lives on, basically live, not lives on Instagram, but it's like videos on Instagram. It's the new thing.
Oh, nice.
There's something new on Facebook too, and I saw a glimpse of it the other day, and I saw somebody that posted, she was, I can't remember what kind of business she had, but I don't even know what it's called. I can't remember, but it's brand new. You're supposed to be able to do some kind of interactive video with people. But I'm sure we'll learn more about that as the weeks go on, when people start utilizing that more. So it looks really interesting. Like it would be really big for big business. So, all right. Does anyone have any questions or want us to touch on anything specific? Nobody? Okay. So this coming Wednesday at 9 p.m., make sure that you get on the Zoom, because it's not going to be one that you want to watch the recording of, because we're really going to just be heads down, working. If somebody gets a question, we're going to be here to be able to help you answer it. And it's really just going to be, let's get together. Let's all do this. One of the things that I want you to do is bring 5 screenshots with you. So like Skylar was saying earlier, go in, log in as your pre-enrollee using their email address, like you were getting into, like they were logging into their own account, click on the genealogy, do a screenshot, and bring those 5 screenshots with you because we're going to work on those 5 people. So we're not going to do the whole thing on Wednesday because you really need to do your follow-ups on Thursday because people are cramming on between Wednesday and Thursday. We have probably the most people going in the system. So those numbers are racking up. And the later in the day on Thursday that you do it, the more people are going to be underneath them. So, you know, you do want to give time for people to make a decision, but at the same time, you don't want to do them on Wednesday probably. So, because it's going to be more powerful to do them on Thursdays. But we wanted to be able to give you guys enough time to get a good feel for what to do. And then that way on Thursdays, you guys can hit it hard. So
in order to get your pre-enrollees for the week, you'll go to Contact Manager, and then you're going to click Advanced Options and change the dates to that week. And then you're going to put in the type section pre-enrollee, and that will bring up everyone that you've enrolled that week. And that's how we kind of keep track. Like I'll say in the group message, how many pre-enrollees do you guys have? Just to like cheer people on. And that's kind of how you find out, so you can know if you're going to hit your goal or not.
you also want to make sure you're following up with the people that you've got that have been very interested, you know, that have been in for a while, but just keep checking in with them because they really appreciate that you're, you know, following up with them and reminding them that they've got people growing under them and get, you know, still, like Skylar said, you don't want to pound people over the head with it, but at the same time, if you've got people you know are interested, sometimes they just like to hear from you like, oh my gosh, she still hasn't given up on me yet. And just reminding them how many people they've got, because that fire under them to not let another week go by. I just signed up one last week that has been on here as a pre-enrollee for 2.5 months. And I just did not want to let her slip through the cracks any longer. I'm like, girl, how much longer are you going to wait? You look how many pre-enrollees you have under you. And this week was a really good week. You don't want to pass this up another week. So she jumped right on after that. So don't forget to follow up with those people that you know are super interested. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you on Wednesday night at 9 then. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.